Okay, hello, YouTube, everyone in the world. How's it going? Pokemon fans, how's it going? So, I had some other videos planned for Scarlet and Violet, but they showed us this new trailer today, which is all about competitive, has absolutely nothing to do really about the base game. I mean, a little bit, but very, very, very little about the base game. So let's get into it. Let's skip ahead a little bit. So the first thing they show off a lot of new items. They showed a lot of new. I don't think they showed any abilities. I think everything is items and moves. Oh, and one new Pokemon. I want to save him till last. So I want to talk about the things that are more balanced. Um, so let's talk about this first. This new item, something was it something herb, mirror herb. Copies and opponent's stat increases when consumed. This is interesting. This is in the so there's three like kind of uh, columns here. There's interesting and kind of more niche case. There's like really good change for the meta, really interesting for it. I guess interesting is going to be in all of them. So it's kind of like semi-viable, very viable, potentially unbalanced. Um, So mirror herb is in the very last category. It's kind of more of a niche case. So you copy whatever stat increases consumed on an opponent's Pokemon. That's so this could be kind of played around in. So if you know what Pokemon's going to have this item, it's you can just take advantage of it. Um, for example, if this is up against a Pokemon that potentially has Shell Smash and another move, you could go for Shell Smash if your Pokemon is faster. Like this thing accidentally does it, like is out against a Cloyster and doesn't kill it, and it's Mirror Herb. I'm just saying this Pokemon because it's the only one that has the item, and it uses Shell Smash on it. Cloyster's going to be faster. It's going to Rock Blast this thing to death. It's not going to matter. It's dead. It's going to have -2 defense too. Um, I'm curious though how this interacts with other items. So like this one just does it with it just does belly drum here and it just copies the belly drum attack increase. But how does this interact? Like if this is a Cloyster with Shell Smash and it has White Herb, how does that interact with that? Does that also copy the White Herb stat debuff? Because that seems very good. If not, if it's just the stat move in general, seems pretty good. Um, yeah, they could be this could be pretty good. Also, wondering how this interacts. Just as a quick note here, how this interacts with if a Pokemon already has a stat change. Um, if Azumarill's already got buffs, does it just copy it when it comes in? Is it only when it's seen when it's there? Can this be taken advantage of if you're doing something like a power up punch, or I don't know what there would be for defense um, or special attack there, but like you can just put power punch on a move that when you know Pokemon's gonna have Mirror Herb, and you can just give it a +1 statting as a attack increase when you know it's not gonna have attacking moves. Um, could be interesting to work around there too. Just wanted to have that as a little side note. I'm gonna skip the Terastillize to go to something else here, because I'll come back to that. So loaded dice makes multi-strike moves more likely to hit more times. This is really cool. There are a lot of Pokemon that have multi-strike attacks that don't have skill link and could really use that little bit of buff. Now it's an item. We don't know what more likely is, so this could be very viable or like almost like slightly not viable at all. So if this is kind of like an item version of Battle Bond, where it means it's going to do 3 to 5 hits, it's no longer going to do 2 hits. Um, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That means that you can actually calc around being consistent around 3 hits, because some Pokemon really do need 3 hits. If you get 2 hits twice, that really sucks. If you're getting at least 3 hits, I mean, on something like Bullet Seed, that's what in 2 turns. I mean, Bullet Seed is in the end 3 hits is slightly weaker than Seed Bomb, and it breaks sub. You know, could potentially crit on every hit. So that would mean it would be at 3 hits more powerful, or just as powerful as Seed Bomb. It's pretty good. But it kind of depends. If this like has like a 50% chance to hit an extra time outside of its normal time, and it doesn't guarantee, if it's not like Battle Bond and it's just like an increased chance overall, then I'd say it's interesting, but it's a little less viable than if it were like Battle Bond. I do like this. I like multi-hit moves. I think there are a couple Pokemon that really do need this. Breelooms, they really used like some mediocre examples here, overall, because like they should have shown like a shell smash with White Herb. I would have liked to seen that for the Mirror Herb. But like Breloom's not a Pokemon that needs doesn't really need loaded dice. Um, but yeah, this is something interesting that is here. Um, and the last part, I believe the last part is just the Terastillize move. I do like this. I do like the ghost animation. Um, there's some interesting stuff here with the Terastillize, and we'll get into this. So is it Terra Blast? There we go, Terra Blast. So it changes the type when the user has Terastillized. Um, cool. It depends on the power of this move. Is this a special or a physical move? Does this change? This is the one that's in like, I guess, the fourth category of like completely unknown. This depends on what it's like. So, if it's always consistently like a special attack, or if it just takes whatever is the highest attack stat of the Pokemon. So if the Pokemon's a physical attacker, it's going to be a physically attacking move. If it's a special attacker, it's going to take a special attacking move. I hope that this isn't too powerful, because then this would really kind of hurt Terastillize's balance a little bit. Like if this is 60 or 80 base power, like a 100% chance, like a 100% chance to hit move that is 60 base plus stab is still good. Like that's very good. Normal Pokemon that have Swift are more viable than Pokemon that don't. Especially if this changes to whatever is the best stat for the Pokemon, then this could be balanced. But if this is like 90 base power or a little bit more, a lot of the moves in the game overall really need to be reworked. Like there's no reason to have stuff like Water Gun and even like Ember Flame. There's no reason to have these like weaker moves be there. Or not be buffed. So I hope this isn't too powerful. My overall fear of this game and Terastillize and all this is that it's not going to have the balance that Legends Arceus had. So I hope that it changes Freeze. I hope that it rebalances PP. Stat changes are going to probably be permanent again, like they are in normal games, which is, I guess, would be fine. But I hope that it changes PP and at the very least, it changes Freeze. Even temporary statuses would be kind of worthwhile. Like they only activate, like Toxic only activates up to like 5 times, and stuff like that. And then you have to redo Toxic. I don't know. I hope they redo something like that. If they don't, if this is just like 90 base power, changes whatever the attack is of, adjust to whatever the attack is of the strongest stat for the Pokemon. This could potentially unbalance Terastillize, and I'll talk about it a little bit right now too. Okay, so let's talk about the unbalanced stuff here, or the potentially worrying stuff. So first one here. First off, Cycleizer looks cool. He's a cute little guy. I wonder if this is like a pre-evolve for he's in my background. I don't know the legendary Pokemon's names. He's a dragon normal. Which also could be interesting if this thing is dragon normal. That'd be kind of a cool combo. The only thing that really holds back Drampa is like its speed is terrible. That's really it. Like if Drampa were faster, Drampa's got Berserk. Berserk's a good ability. Got Sap Zipper, good viability on the right team if you build it right. And Cycleizer looks like it's a pre-evolve. So maybe Cycleizer is like a pre-evolve for both of them, and then it evolves into one of the other two, and they're kind of going more the Sun and Moon route. That would be interesting. I would like that. As much shit as I give this game and Pokemon Company for doing stuff, if this is a pre-evolve for both of them, that'd be cool. I'd like that. Please. So Shedtail. Here we go. It's just kind of here's where now we're gonna start getting into this move specifically and Terastillize, and it's kind of like Game Freak has no idea what they're doing with the metagame. like they just don't understand Pokemon when they make stuff like this. So Shedtail, create a substitute, then swaps places with a party Pokemon in waiting. Okay. So the only way that this is balanced, and I'm going to say this with a big grain of salt, is if this is on this Pokemon and this Pokemon only forever. This is completely like this is substitute and baton pass in the same move. Now, I'm guessing because there's no hit animation, there's no HP loss, that this doesn't do any damage to the opposing Pokemon. But this creates a sub and baton pass. Like, baton pass has been broken. Like, baton pass is just banned from OU. It's banned from, like, most meta games. Like, it's just, like, so they decided to combine that with substitute. So, you know, I have questions here. First off, here's the thing. If this would only be, like, balanced if it's only on this Pokemon, any move any Pokemon gets instantly goes on to Smeargle and potentially goes on to Mew. So Smeargle will have Shedtail. Smeargle having Shedtail? I don't know about that. That's stupid. Like Spore, Sticky Web, what, Stealth Rock, Shedtail? Like, what moveset is that? I don't know. This is where Pokemon like starts to lose me in some of the command stuff. I like the items. I actually do like the items that they introduced. And Terra Blast could be balanced. But this move right here, this is stupid. This is completely busted. I guess it depends on priority. If this has no priority, I guess it could be slightly more balanced so it doesn't go last. I still don't think so. You can have this thing hold like who cares how fast this Pokemon is? You can have this Pokemon just hold a was it an Iron Ball, right? Give it no speed EVs and stuff, like, and this is the only job this Pokemon needs to do is Shedtail, right? Or you just need to work around it, like it's see what Pokemon it's up against. This thing's probably gonna go for Icicle Spear. If you have like are there any Steel Fires? Dude, if you have a Heatran, Heatran's just gonna come out and probably, I think, be faster than this thing. And Icicle Spear is not going to break the sub on a Heatran. So just like, I don't think this is balanced at all. The other thing, does this, because it's straight substitute and baton pass in the same move, does this also give buffs? If this gives buffs, absolutely broken, should be banned day one by Smogon. Banned day one. This is not balanced at all, and will never be balanced if it does that. If not, it's something worthy of suspect testing pretty soon. Any competitive player knows what substitute baton pass does, right? Putting it in the same move, that's a lot, right? And a dragon normal Pokemon, it doesn't have it's got like fairy fighting and ice and dragon, right? But you can go a pretty consistent what's it called, typing that goes through like 3 of those is steel, right? So you really just have to work around this. Does this Pokemon have fighting moves? No, just go to a steel type. And what does this Pokemon go to? Like, what does it go out to? Goes out to Magnezone. Magnezone ain't a Magnezone sub is not being broken by a what's it called? Icicle Spear. Skill Link Icicle Spear. It's not. So yeah. I don't know about this move. I don't really like. This is not the move to like this. As soon as I watched this, I rewatched this like 3 times. This is just seems completely unbalanced. Um, no. If it took like half of its HP, how much HP? Let me double check. See how much HP it takes. Does it actually take half the HP? You see, I was just about to say if it takes half of its HP to make the sub, then we might be talking about it might be more balanced, but I don't know. I don't know. That's a lot. Like this one move is enough momentum to change the entire match, especially in like a 3v3 online if there's no battle timer. um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It seems like it's not completely balanced. Half HP is a little bit better, but I mean, again, it's substitute and baton pass in the same move. That's just it took 75% of the HP. I'd still have the same concerns. So, and it depends. It depends if it acts like baton pass and gives them the changes or not. If it does, completely unbalanced, move needs to be completely banned, never allowed. And the other thing for concern is about this move is Cycleizer here. Is this Pokemon a pre-evolution of the I'm putting Showdown right here of these guys? Because then that means these guys get the move. That I don't agree with. Legendary Pokemon getting Substitute and Baton Pass in the same move? I don't know. That's kind of stupid. So yeah, so those are my thoughts. I'm going to talk about terrestrializing next because now we actually get a little more. I get my questions answered for it a little bit better. So we're going to. Yeah, I'm going to make a separate video because it's going to be talking a little bit longer about terrestrializing. This is the one thing that was concerned and still is kind of concerning for me for the metagame. I'll talk about it a little bit. It's interesting. It is interesting, I will say. And I'll use some examples at Pokemon Showdown up here to show you. So let me know. What do you guys think about Shedtail? Do you think it's actually balanced? I'm a little worried. I do like the new items though. I do like loaded dice. I like Mirror Herb. I think I like loaded dice more, given a little more context. But Mirror Herb is Mirror Herb is very interesting. I do like it. So yeah. So check out the next video. I'm going to talk about terrestrializing right now. And yeah, because it needs its own video. I'm going to be otherwise it's going to turn into like a 40-minute video about this 1 minute 48-second trailer. It's more like a minute and a half trailer. So all right, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Or check out the next video.